Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the following topics. The first is a brief history of Pythagoras and his contributions. Then we will discuss about how to locate root 2 on the real number line, location of root 3 on the real number line, and then we are going to discuss some questions of exercise 1.2. So these are the concepts we will be discussing in detail. So in previous lecture, I have discussed about the following topics, which are classification of numbers, difference between rational and irrational numbers, finding a rational number between two rational numbers, and then exercise 1.1 questions we have done in previous lecture. So now a brief history of Pythagoras. So we have to go through some details about it. The first is he was a Greek mathematician and a philosopher of ancient time. People who used to follow his ideologies and philosophy, they were called Pythagoreans. So Pythagoreans were the followers of Pythagoras, and they were the first to discover the numbers which were not rational around 400 BC. That is around 2400 years before. He is famous for the proof of Pythagorean theorem about right angle triangle. As we all know that within a right angle triangle, the hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides, base and perpendicular. So this is a very famous geometrical theorem, that is a square plus b square is equal to c square. Next, he was considered the first true mathematician, and he was the first to teach that the earth was a sphere and it revolves around the sun. So this is all about the brief history of Pythagoras. Now we move to the next slide, and that is about the construction of root 2 on the real number line. So how can we represent root 2 on real number line? So there are certain steps we have to follow for the construction of root 2. So the very first, we draw a number line, and we mark the points on it 1, 2, 3 at equal distance, and we take the fixed distance as 1 unit. Then question, now the point 2 is here. We have to consider a unit square OABC in which all the sides are 1 unit. It could be 1 centimeter, 1 inch, or any fixed distance. Here point O is 0. Point A on the number line represent 1, and now we know that OA is the side of the square, unit square, and it is 1 unit. So we draw a perpendicular AB at A using compass and pencil. So AB is your perpendicular, that is equal to OA 1 unit. Next, we know that how to apply Pythagoras theorem in a right angle triangle. So we can say here OAB is a right angle triangle where OB is the hypotenuse, OA is the base, and AB is the perpendicular. So we have written here OB square is equal to base OA square then perpendicular AB square. We know that these are the having 1 unit distance, OA and OB. So unit distance, so 1 square plus 1 square, it becomes 1 plus 1, 2. And when we take root both side, we get OB is equal to root 2. So this OB, hypotenuse of this right angle triangle OAB, we have got root 2. And now next point is, taking OB as the radius and O as the center, we need to draw an arc. So your compass needle will be at point O, and the pencil tip will be at point B, and OB as the radius, you draw an arc that cuts the number line at point P. So this point P, we can see here OB is equal to OP because both are the same distance, same radius, taking O as the center. And here the point P represents the root 2 on the number line. So these are the 8 steps we have to follow to locate root 2 on the real number line. So now here we have the note, steps of constructions are not asked in examination. So whenever this question comes in exam, you are not supposed to write the steps. What you need to do, just write the value of base perpendicular 1 unit and do the constructions using compass and pencil. Now next we have location of root 2 on real number line. How can we locate it? So the steps are as follow here. The first step, repeat the steps same as done to locate root 2 in previous slide. Now the second step is draw a perpendicular BD on OB. So in previous slide we have got OB as the hypotenuse. Now OB taking as the radius, we draw perpendicular at B using compass and pencil, and this is what the BD is perpendicular on OB. Now next we have to take DB here 1 unit, as we have taken OA and AB. So DB must be also 1 unit, the same distance as OA and AB. Now next we have to join points D and O. So D and O, both the points are joined here, and we see that OBD is a right angle triangle again. So OB is the base, DB is the perpendicular, and we can say OD is the hypotenuse. Now again, Pythagoras property, Pythagoras theorem, when we apply here in triangle OBD, right angle triangle OBD, we see that OD square is equal to OB square and BD square. We put the value of OB and DB here, root 2 square and 1 square. It becomes 1, 2 plus 1, 3. Taking square root both sides, OD will be equal to root 3. So hypotenuse OD, we have got root 3 unit. So now we have to take OD as radius, as previously we have taken OB as the radius in root 2 construction. Now OD as the radius and O as the center, we draw an arc again, and that cuts the number line at point Q. So this point Q is nothing but the root 3 itself, that is being represented on the number line by the point here, right? So OD and OQ both are the same distance, as radius we have taken and O as the center. So this is how we have located root 3 on the number line. And again, the steps are not important to write in examination, but yes, you need to understand all these steps, how we have used it and drawn root 2 and root 3 on the number line. So now we have exercise 1.2, question number 1. The question number 1 says, state whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answers. So we need to justify our answers as well. First is, every irrational number is a real number. Now second, every point on the number line is of the form root m, where m is a natural number. Now third is, every real number is an irrational number. So these are the 3 parts of question number 1, and we need to answer it. The very first one is that every irrational number is a real number. So it's true, because real number comprises of both rational numbers and irrational numbers. That's why all rationals will be a real number, right? So now next we have 2. Every point on the number line is of the form root m, where m is a natural number. False, as negative number cannot be the square root of a natural number. That's why this is false. The third point says every real number is an irrational number. So it's also false, as 5 is a real number but not irrational. So this is what the solution of question number 1. Now next we have exercise 1.2, question number 2. So are the square roots of all positive integers irrational? If not, give an example of the square root of a number that is irrational number. Answer, no, square roots of all positive integers are not irrational. For example, root 9 is equal to 3 is a rational number. Now these 2 are the homework questions you need to attempt yourself in your math register. Show how root 5 can be represented on the number line, and find 4 irrational numbers lying between 1/2 and 1/3. So I hope you understood all slides very well, and you will revise it again by your own. Thank you for watching. May God bless you.